Well, the weather is not looking good today. We're expecting the downpours to continue into today's sprint. This will make for some very tricky conditions for all the teams. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. An immense lap from Carlos Sainz yesterday puts him in pole position, and it's Fernando Alonso alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Perez, Russell, Stroll, Norris, Hamilton, Verstappen, Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Sargent, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Albon, Ocon, Gasly, Bottas, Ricciardo, the owner driver, Button, Joe, and Yuki Tsunoda. Well, it's not going to...
Oh my goodness, that is some very heavy rain. Hello everybody and welcome back to my F1 23 Equal Car Championship. We're now at round 9. This is Las Vegas and this is the sprint race. The feature race will be live streamed on Tuesday, I want to say the 30th of April or Wednesday the 1st of May. I don't know which one, it will be one of the two, but that is just because I am away until then. But yeah, let's get this underway. It is very, very wet here at Vegas. I'm a little bit worried about this one. We're starting right at the back, as we always do in the sprint. What can we do? It's raining very heavily, but we are underway. And I think we were caught napping on the start there as we head towards turn 1. I literally cannot see a thing, and I'm trying not to hit anyone. So I think we have had a bit of a clip from the back, and I think that was with Ricciardo. Oh my goodness me, we're having to be so careful in this first section. We have got a bit of underbody damage, which is going to do nothing to help us. I've got to really watch out for the braking spot here. I don't want to hit anyone. Oh, we've got to be so careful, and we nearly go into Bottas there. Had to shuffle Gasly out a bit wide. I do apologise for that. Sainz was on pole then, so the Ferrari's doing well, and someone's hit me up the back. We've got a red flag, and that is over. I mean, I was slowing down because they were slowing down in front of me, and Gasly just went straight into my rear. And it does look like we are carrying on full wet tyres. The rain is a lot lighter though now, so I think we'll be in soon for intermediates. But we are away again here at Vegas. Take 2 of this sprint race!
Are you okay? That was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please.
And we're out. Right, okay. So because it's so early in the race, what we're going to essentially do is have a whole new restart. Now, I have this rule where I don't use flashbacks, but if we're very early in the race, say, I don't know, first few laps, we have a whole new restart. So it's a whole new race here. Everything that happened before is now redundant. We're getting ready to get back underway again, and we are underway here in Vegas. It's a good start this time. It is essentially take 2 as we head towards the first corner. I'm desperately trying not to hit anyone. It's very hard around this first corner, especially as so many of them are going so slowly. It's like a traffic jam, and there's just no right way of trying to thread yourself through as we bang wheels with Zhou Guanyu, who's having a look down the inside. But into the spray we go. I can't see a thing. Cars are going everywhere, and I'm trying to find a way to go, and Zhou's hit me. Zhou Guanyu has hit me, and we have a virtual safety car. I was trying to brake so as I didn't hit anyone, but Zhou's got into the back of me this time. He's going to require a new front wing, and as a result, we're under a virtual safety car here. So we're now on a virtual safety car after Zhou Guanyu hit me up the back. I mean, I don't know what else I was supposed to do there. I was trying not to hit anyone. Got to be a bit braver than that. The problem is, if I get too brave, I've got no wing myself. So Zhou Guanyu is an early casualty with no front wing, but he should be able to get that into the pits. So the first time down the Vegas Strip then is not going to be at full speed. It is going to be at reduced speed. I am contemplating whether I pit in for intermediate, because it might be a good way to go to get rid of these early on and try and take on inters. I don't think so just yet. I think we're still too early in proceedings for that, and the rain is still lashing down. This is going to be a long sprint. We're currently sat in P20, and I don't think this is going to be as successful as what we were in Brazil when we won the sprint race, but we are back at racing speed now here at Vegas, and I'm trying to get round the last corner and get ready for one, and hopefully we don't hit anyone. I'm having to brake a bit earlier to ensure that. Zhou then into the pits. Tsunoda's going to have a look at my inside. No way through there. And at the moment, I feel like patience is just going to be the aim of the game here, because I do not want to hit anyone at all. We might be able to nip a couple of places here down that inside line if nobody moves across on me, which they haven't. Button gave it a go. And Bottas, is he going to give me the space? I think that was a bit of reluctant space giving by Bottas there. But we're now up into 18th. I've got to make sure I don't hit Ocon. There's some alternative lines there as we go round the Las Vegas Sphere. Isn't she a thing of beauty? I've seen a lot of videos on TikTok of the Las Vegas Sphere being a massive emoji, and I love it. I've got to say that. I love that. That is so cool. Right. I'm having to go ever so gingerly here so that I don't hit anyone. Am I going to hit Ocon? No, we're fine. Although I do run over a curb, and that has not helped my underbody one bit.
The underbody's incurred some slight damage, but nothing too serious at the moment. Just be careful.
As we now charge down the Vegas Strip at full speed, but I can't see a thing because of the weather. Where is the braking spot here? And Ocon, in fact, is taking a dive, so we're going to have to be careful going into it. And I have broken earlier just to err on the side of caution, as Ocon and Ricciardo are now embroiled in their own battle. Ricciardo's got Ocon, and we're now going to try and get past Ocon ourselves. And this has given us a little bit of a run at Ricciardo. Ocon's still trying. Ocon is alongside me here. We're side by side for 17th place. Ocon's still going for it around the outside, but we managed to take it, and we move back into 17th place. And now we can start putting Daniel Ricciardo under some pressure in the AlphaTauri. So we are starting to make our way forwards here at Vegas. And the rain is starting to get lighter. So I wonder if maybe there is an early call for intermediates on. A little bit of a look up the inside of Ricciardo. But there's nothing in doing in that. And it still looks like it's raining very heavily at this stage. But it is going to start easing off. And at that point we think about whether we come in for intermediates and how long we stay on the wets. Or do we try a daring strategy of wet to slick, depending on how quick it dries out. I know around street circuits, especially like Monte Carlo, where overtaking is very difficult, wet to slicks is a favoured move, but I don't think that's going to be a favoured move round here, as we clobber the curb and head on to the world famous strip once again. It's still raining very hard. Yeah, I know the underbody has a little damage. Thanks for telling me. We're now trying to catch Ricciardo. We don't quite have the legs. Unfortunately, the lack of DRS in these conditions really puts pay to it. We did have a little bit of a look there, but that's amounting to nothing here. These conditions are so tough. Carlos Sainz has just done a 151. He's cruising away. So we're being told that the tyre situation is stay as we are. Lap 4 of 17 here. Like I said, this is going to be a long sprint race with the change of weather, and the weather being as it is here in Vegas. a tough track already, but the weather is making things even tougher. I think we might have a go at Ricciardo here for 16th. Is he going to give us the room? He does, and we're able to get the move done. Up into P16. So gradually moving forward here at Las Vegas. It's still raining quite hard, so I don't know where he's getting the information that the rain is eased off, because it doesn't look like it's eased off by that much, does it? If anything, it looks like it's still teeming down at this stage, but I don't know how much of that is due to the speed we're going. I tell you what, I'm feeling a little bit braver in some of these corners now, so that's something as we head on to the strip once again. Starting to find a little bit more bravery in the corners. Carlos Sainz is doing 51s, and I think somebody has binned it. We have a red flag. Right, okay, that's going to make things interesting. Albon coming to a stop almost, and I've nearly got into Albon. So, what's the tyre situ? What are we doing? It looks like intermediate, so we are going on for the inters here, and it is not raining that much anymore. We're resuming from lap 6. It is underway again here at Vegas, and we've made a decent start, but look at Ricciardo. He's away like a bullet out of a gun, and I've just been absolutely caught out by that, and we're losing places here, but the track is a bit drier now. And I'm having to refigure out where the grip is, because in the full wet conditions we couldn't go quite as fast, whereas now I have to refigure this out. And look at Albon going down the inside here. I'm going to try and find a third line through here, and we're heading. Oh, that's going to be brave. Can we pull that one off? Maybe not on Ricciardo, but we are ahead of Albon, although Ricciardo's still down my inside. But I don't think that's going to amount to anything, as we have to make a very late braking move on Albon. And that was more of a I was late on the brakes and trying not to hit him than an overtake. But we have made that work up into 14th place.
Tyre situation's an interesting one, but I think the right call is...
And now they're even talking about dries. So the track has really dried out here in Vegas. And they're saying the tyre situation is interesting because they're considering when we go to dries. Right down the inside of Gasly. Are we going to make that work? I think we just about do as we head on to the strip. And we do have more momentum than Pierre. Right, we are ahead up into 13th. Next up, we're chasing Kevin Magnussen. How much more rain is there?
ETA on this rain clearing up is about 10 minutes, so just keep your concentration out
So
there.
10 minutes more of rain, and they think it's going to dry up. And Inters right now are the tyre to be on. Stroll is struggling at this stage by the looks of it. And look at this, we've got Haas struggling out the corner. Is Magnussen vulnerable here? I'm not going to get cocky. I'm just going to wait this one out and see how this unfolds. They're going 3 wide into 1 there. That can't work out. And it looks like there's some shuffling going on. Oh, that was a gap that was always going to close. I was trying to go around the outside, find a way past Magnussen, and we've lost a place to Gasly, and we've lost another place to Albon, so that shuffle didn't work out for us. But now we're going down the inside, and Albon's got to run on Gasly, and I've got to run on the boat. Oh my God, I'm going to hit someone. I'm going to hit someone. Yes, we've hit someone. We've smashed into Magnussen and Hulkenberg, and that is something I could have ill afforded. I knew we were going to hit someone there, and that's just really not helped me moving forward, has it?
Okay, I've got a brand new race strategy on your MFD.
And we have another yellow flag behind us. I don't know what's going on there. It looks like there is another pile-up. Someone's gone round, and we have a second red flag on this sprint. And you know what? For me, I welcome that, because things were really not going well there. We had front wing damage. That is essentially a get out of jail free card. Right, on to slicks for the rest of the race then. It is now dry. We're on lap 9 of 17, so it should be a dry run to the end. And for the third time of asking, we are underway. And look at Logan Sargent up in 8th. He's having a great time of things, isn't he? Oh, nearly got caught out there. Hamilton nearly went round as well. And we do have another yellow flag. What is going on behind us here? Bottas is out. Someone's banged wheels with me. That's Hulkenberg. And it's a third red flag! Third red flag of this sprint race. I have never seen that before. 3 red flags. That is the first time I've seen that in this game. Right, another set of dry tyres. And we're going to be underway again on lap 11. Right, here we go again. 4th time of asking. It is lights out and away we go. And this time I'm taking my... going down the left, trying not to hit anyone. I nearly spin there, but we've managed to move ourselves up into 7th. Wow, what madness we're seeing here at Vegas. Maybe now we might get a full racing lap done. Either way, I've moved up. I'm in P7 now, so I'm nicely in the points. Thanks to all the chaos that has unfolded in this race. And it looks like Leclerc's had a nudge with someone there. We're sideways out the corner, and Hamilton may have a go there. But we are back racing again. Hamilton having a look, and I'm trying to find where the grip is, and I'll be honest, that's causing me to lose a little bit of time, and Hamilton and Magnussen are kind of waiting to see whether I do lose out, but actually we're back running properly now, so that's a good sign, as we've got 7 laps to do in this sprint. After so many restarts, we are back running again. And hopefully now we should have a clear run to the end. But what madness we have seen here. And we've still got a few laps to go of this Las Vegas sprint race. We're in P7 at the moment. Can I make any further inroads in front of me? I'm definitely going to give it a go as we close in on Oscar Piastri. And we complete a racing lap for the first time in about 10-15 minutes. Hamilton's dropped back, so I don't know if he's made contact with me or anything, and Verstappen has got someone alongside him. Oh my goodness me, cars are going side by side everywhere here, and the 2 Red Bulls are going side by side. I'm trying to find a way through past Charles Leclerc. Not happening there, but it might happen on the exit. And Hamilton is now dealing with Magnussen. Oh my goodness me, there's cars going alongside each other everywhere here. This is crazy. I'm actually scared of every corner we go into, because there are cars that are side by side at all times. Meanwhile, Sainz is checked out, he's gone, and Perez is trying to fight everybody off here. And I think I've heard more contact being made, and this is just allowing Hamilton and Magnussen to get in on all this, as we're right behind Leclerc here. Not the time really, or the place that we want to be catching a driver. But here we go, we're going to go down the inside of Leclerc, and Leclerc trying to stay alongside, but we have got past him now as we blast down the strip in the dry at full speed. And it's nice to actually be able to see where I'm going for the first time in this race. I've run out of overtake. Leclerc is coming back at me here, and we know how good he is round this part. They're 3 wide again coming here. This cannot end well. Russell hits Perez. Oh gosh, this cannot end well. Piastri has got past them both. I'm finding a way past them both, but now I want a way past Piastri. We're going down the inside of the final corner. I found some space somehow. Down the inside we go. Piastri's hanging on, but we've managed to jump the lot of them and move into 3rd. They're having a crazy scrap. I want no part in this. I'm off, guys. Bye. Wow, that was something else entirely. I was a little bit scared then to try and go for that, but we've made it work. And these guys can now all fight each other for all I care. I want no part in it, and I think Perez may actually have just a little bit of damage there. But we haven't actually broken free of DRS here, and I've used up a lot of overtake trying, so he may be vulnerable down the strip. Verstappen is cleared off. He's now going after Carlos Sainz. Meanwhile, we've now got Perez on us as the one car that doesn't have DRS. We're under threat. And look at that. That is the difference that not having DRS makes. Piastri now coming back through as well. And we are back down to 5th place. I feel like this is going to be a battle that rages on to the end. Right, we've got 4 laps to go. And I'm trying to catch up.
And that's just 5
Verstappen sets another fastest lap of the race. So he's trying to get after Carlos Sainz. And meanwhile, we're racing Piastri and Perez as we've got 4 laps left. It's been an absolutely crazy sprint race here at Las Vegas. And I think it's going to end crazy too, because we've got all these in a line. Piastri goes one side, then goes another. And I don't know if he made a little bit of contact with the wall there. And now they're still side by side heading to the sphere. I don't know how that one's going to particularly... Well, they're still side by side around the sphere. And I really want to go for this here. But again, I don't want to get caught up in their battle and take damage. Leclerc is right with me now. I'm staying on the back of Piastri. Because again, I will have DRS. And I feel like this is a little bit unsteady there as we head to the strip. We're going to have DRS this time, so Perez is going to be vulnerable because this time he is the one that won't have DRS. Piastri is already blasting past Perez. It's now our turn to blast past Perez. I've now got to run on Oscar Piastri, so I'm going to dive to the other side while I have that. We're going to go late on the brakes and Piastri holding the inside line there. And we're in P4, now chasing the McLaren. Verstappen at this point is long gone. I'm still chasing P3 down and trying to get past Oscar Piastri. Is it going to be a dive into turn 1? I think you'd be brave to try it, but let's try it anyway as we go down the inside, passing Oscar Piastri and retaking P3. But now this is where I've got to make it count and disappear off, because he's going to come straight back at me. And I'm trying to save DRS for a latter part of the lap. Here comes Piastri round the outside. He's got that done again. So Oscar Piastri up into 3rd. What a battle we're all having here for the final step on the sprint race podium. And you know what? I'm surprised I'm this far up, considering everything that's been unfolding in this sprint. Such is the level of drama that we've had. But I'm not giving up till the end. Right, closing back on Oscar Piastri. We will have DRS again, so Piastri now is the driver that is vulnerable as we head on to the strip. I'm just going to try and save overtake for when the DRS activates, so I don't want to use it all now. This is when we use it, and we're just going to, this is going to be, Piastri will just be a sitting duck here. Through we go. Now, is Perez going to have a look? I think Perez has got a little bit more bother from cars behind him, to be honest. But we move into 3rd. And I really want to just disappear. I want to use this and disappear and not come under further attack. But unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to do that. Meanwhile, Sainz and Verstappen, they've cleared off out front. And they're having their own battle. And I think Verstappen may have Sainz soon, depending on how close he can get in the next couple of laps. We're on the penultimate lap here, and I am just pushing to try and get clear of Piastri and Perez, and that way they can all have their own battle and leave me out of it. I don't think we're going to get clear of him, though. I think we are going to have Piastri on us once again here. But you know what? That's fine. If I can be in P4 at the start of the last lap, we can get back past Piastri. So, not the end of the world if we lose it this lap. I just want to make sure that I have it back by the end. Oh, that's sideways out of there. And that's going to leave me vulnerable to attack from Piastri. Again, we're going to be a sitting duck. Through goes Piastri. driving through. I'm going to try and take a little bit of his slipstream though to protect us from Perez. Perez is going for the outside. I'm going to try and keep Perez behind me. And Perez is still trying for it, but he's been shuffled out. Right, let's try and recatch Oscar here because he's nearly pulled a second on us. That's not what we want. That's not ideal. Oscar, get back here, please, mate. I'm not done with you yet.
Final lap.
We've got one more battle to go yet, Oscar. As we head into the final lap of what has been a very eventful sprint race here at Las Vegas. And I'm fairly sure the feature race will be just as eventful too. But if I can get a good grid spot for it, it'll all be worth it. Right, currently P4, and I think Piastri is going to be a sitting duck when we get to the strip. But we need to stay within a second, and we need to pull in some time. So we need to stay here where we are. We're actually in a good spot where we are, and try and save as much overtake as possible. Not for when we go into the round the corner, but more so once DRS is open. That's a great run there. Right, let's try and get a bit of a slipstream if we can. And once DRS is open, let's slam that overtake button. Piastri's half a second ahead, but look at how well the overtake and DRS works. And we're going to retake P3 here. And Verstappen is going for the lead. I think he's taken the lead here and is going to win this sprint race. But for us, it's going to be P3. Unless Piastri can find a way back through before the end. He is going to have a look. He's having a look down the inside of this left-hander. Is he going to make it through? I don't think he is. We take P3. That was dramatic and that was eventful. So after all that, it's P3 for us. Verstappen wins, Sainz is second. We get third, and then it's Piastri, Perez, Leclerc, Russell, and Hulkenberg grabbing a point in 8th. Then it's Hamilton and Logan Sargent rounding out the field. And if that's just a taster of things to come in the main race, bring it. Thank you for watching. Join me when we do the main race. Until then, TTFN, ta-ta for now, and please don't forget to like and subscribe for more content from me. Cheerio, guys.